get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And today we're going to talk about a few things, man. We're mainly pass protection, kind of strengthening your pocket, cheat routes. Yeah, the cheat route thing is, cheat routes are a beast, but starting off with the pass protection, you first of all, you gotta make sure that your mechanics are in order. Now, a lot of what I do when the ball is snapped, depending upon whether I'm in shotgun or under the center, it may differ from time to time, but for the most part, I'm gonna squeeze and hold L2. I guess I can tell y'all this now. Squeezing, instead of just snapping the ball and just hitting X, you should actually hold X, up until it's time for you, if you can manage it while you navigate the pocket, up until it's time for you to throw the ball. If you can hold X, it actually helps with your delivery from your quarterback. It helps him get rid of the ball faster. It does a lot of different stuff. But that is subject to change per my the virtual I just released yesterday, the best pocket pass protection mechanics, it's some really good secret sauce in that video. I'm telling y'all, dead ass, as I say. It's some real good stuff in that video in terms of just figuring out your protections. One thing that I do a lot is I motion. I'm gonna make sure that I motion, and so what that did on that particular play, you saw the guy, he had a flame above his head, right? I'm trying to pick him up, in my empty blitz kind of pass protection, little seance or voodoo thing that I go through before each play. But what happens is when you motion, you cause guys to move. You'll start to understand the coverage better, and the reason why I say that on that particular play, if you go back and look at it, you saw that he actually had to get control of a guy that was blitzing, because once I motioned it back to the other side, he had nobody in the flats to cover the back. So, but understanding the coverage and understanding your routes versus coverage is another key thing. And so a lot of guys like to run these hybrid zones and all that kind of stuff. And so, you have to understand what routes to put on the field against man-to-man, which routes to put on the field against zone. How coverage shells basically work in a nutshell. A lot of these cheat routes, I like them because they're a dead giveaway against the defense. And so that can force me to motion a guy to the big, he has two guys run to the backside, and then I run an outside zone to that side, and so it's wide open. And so, but just again, understanding what routes, what gets what open. It's a lot of routes on this game that you can run a lot of different combos on, especially with these cheat routes, man. These cheat routes are a monster. See, stuff like that where I can run that guy on a cheat route and he switch sticks or whatever, he clicks onto the guy and he's worrying about the underneath route, not even understanding, hey, no, that guy's gonna keep going this time. And so in other routes, I had the guy going to the flats. And so again, it's really route recognition by the offense pre-snap versus whatever it is that you have, or whatever defensive shell that you're facing. Like I said, motion works a lot. I see a lot of the pros, they flip their plays or whatever, and so for me, it just doesn't work. I wish EA would let us all adjust better on offense and defense in order to get our adjustments in. It would be such a better game if everybody could get their adjustments in. It would be less crying about what the zones don't do. A lot of my problems with the zones aren't that the zones don't do what they're supposed to do. It's the fact that I don't get to adjust. The adjustments are so slow and clunky and just out of pocket. And so Offense and defense, both on both sides of the ball. It's the reason why we have so many delayed game penalties, because we can't adjust. This is a game of adjustments. Bring back the chess match that used to be Madden. I don't know what the world we're doing now. All right, so another thing. All right, what I guess I was talking about a few minutes ago is like pocket strength, and so the steps, holding L2 while you're in the pocket when the ball is snapped, and holding on to X or A, which is something we used to do. Like I said, we're still doing it in some situations, but if you go get the best pocket protection mechanics video, you'll get the latest and the greatest. But holding X still does work while you're in the pocket. Again, like I said, it helps you get rid of the ball like with a really clean delivery. The process of him actually throwing the ball and getting it out of his hands is way more clean if you can go from X to the button or the icon that you're throwing to. And so you just don't get a lot of laps in the time that it's time for you that you start to throw and that the throw actually happens. God, I actually said that. Oh yeah, what's coming up? Oh yeah, this is probably coming up tomorrow. I'm almost finished with this strategy guide for the Detroit Lion playbook, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Also, league guys, hey man, look, we got to get people registered. Y'all got to get some friends, Xbox guys. I know y'all always scared. Y'all don't ever want to get in no leagues, man. Y'all, I know what happens every time y'all get in a league with us. I know it goes bad. So I just. Hey man, just come out and show up. But yeah, I'm gonna have some different things. I'm gonna have, you know what I'm saying. So we're doing the $50 for the 2 seasons. I'm gonna get into this pass protection stuff. Trust me, we got time. We're gonna do $50 for 2 seasons. We're gonna break the team like we're just doing teams. We're not doing a fantasy draft, and so you will be able to upgrade your teams even if you guys get the bad teams. All right, so let me get off of that. All right, so again, what I was telling you guys, especially with this double mug stuff, is if you can, you gotta base protect, and then you gotta get your half slides on. If you can get your half slides on to the right or the particular side, you'll see how that the running back right there, Bijan, was supposed to block the middle linebacker, but the middle linebacker ended up dropping out into coverage, and so Bijan subsequently came over and picked up the free defensive. I don't know if that was an end or a nickel corner or whoever he was, but yeah, I think it was a nickel corner. But he came up. Look how he goes and checks the middle where he's supposed to be, and then he comes over. Fellas, we gotta stop being lazy on these pass protections and slides. You have to learn how to do this stuff, because this will help you strengthen your pocket. This will help you be able to stand in the pocket and be able to let your routes develop. That's a big problem on this game, is the fact that the routes are, everyone says the zones are horrible, but the route running on certain downs is just as bad. It's like when they don't want you to complete a pass, your route running is hideous. All right, all 3 linebackers blitzing on this play, right? So you see I'm going empty, and so you can, like I said, with your half slide, you can kind of pick and choose who you want to block, and you see by the flames over the guys' heads, that's who's potentially free if they're actually blitzing, and so if they are, those guys are going to come free. But let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Right here, I'm going empty, and so watch my left guard step out and pick up the linebacker on the left as he was supposed to, because I gave you a half slide to the left. What this also helps, it helps your center tremendously. It makes your center, he gets off the ball so much faster when you use this. It's criminal, like serious business. It is totally criminal how much faster your center gets to his spots when you use line protection. And so even if these guys are double mugging you or whatever, you have that free guy coming. Boy, I wish I could. Yeah, I can't tell y'all yet, but yeah, go get the best pocket protection mechanics video, because I'm gonna explain this a whole day. The same clip is in that video, but I'm gonna explain it different. Now watch what the running back does on this particular play. So on that particular play before then, yeah, I didn't do something. On this particular play, I did, and watch the running back's response to the free blitzer. Just watch how Bijan I'm just like pinball. I know some of y'all are probably too young to know what a pinball machine actually is, but it was like it had paddles, it had 2 little buttons. Never mind. Yeah, you have to go and be old school and go into an old school store to know what a pinball machine is. But anyway, all right. So you see how Bijan treated. There's a way to improve the strength of your pocket and how your guys block within the pocket, how strong they are. You want linemen blocking linemen if you can help it in this game, and if you don't do it, you're gonna get ran through just like that. I'm telling you, just like that. If you just come out and go base protection and you don't go through these steps, you're gonna get ran through. So now watch. You can pick and choose. You can see I can slant my line, not necessarily slant them to the right, but half slide them left, and then he's gonna pick up the outside guy. And you see if the guy that Bijan is supposed to pick up in the middle. This is why I'm telling you guys, a lot of these guys like to lurk, and so when you catch those guys lurking in the middle, what you can do is, because they're in the box, you can ID them. You can basically, you can move your half slides and stuff around and ID them, so that the fact that, okay, now basically if you're keeping your running back in, you freed him up to pick up the first free guy that flashes. Yeah. Anyway, it's your boy Coach.